A wise man once said, "The future has a name, and its name is hope. A tiny flicker of light that feeds on hope is enough to shatter any shield of darkness." At Mandulis, we really believe in this. We're a clean energy company that also focuses on agricultural value addition to help improve the lives of farmers in rural Africa. Something that's close to my heart, having grown up in these communities. I was born in northern Uganda, in such communities that we've seen today. I spent my early childhood running around these roads. You know, I've lived this, but so has almost every other Ugandan, because 80% of us are linked to the ground through farming. And now what today has been about is figuring out how farming can not only be productive for food, but rather how farming can be productive for the entire ecosystem and the economy. How crops once grown can have residues that can be turned into energy to process those same crops, can be turned into energy to cook those same crops, and can be turned into that flicker of light that can shatter any shield of darkness, economically, developmentally, and otherwise.
I am Jean-Baptiste Fauvel. I work as a program manager at the EU delegation to Uganda, and I'm in charge of working on inclusive green economy. Inclusive green economy is one of two focal sectors of the EU's development cooperation with Uganda, so we have allocated a significant amount of resources to advancing this agenda of promoting inclusive green economy in line with the government's ambitions in this regard, because Ugandan authorities have launched the Ugandan Green Growth Development Strategy end of 2017, and we are keen on supporting this. This visit to the pilot projects implemented by Mandulis in the Gulu district, Gulu region, has been a very interesting experience for me, a learning experience, because I'm not familiar with gasification, the gasification of biomass, and the many interesting technologies implemented by Mandulis here. So I've learned a lot, and I am extremely grateful to Peter and his colleagues for showing this and the very inspiring message conveyed to us visitors.
What's interesting about this project, what I've learned from Mandulis, is that they are covering the missing link in rural electrification. And that missing link is that, you know, we try to electrify people, and it always requires subsidy. What they're bringing is they're connecting the value chains, the agricultural value chains, the ground nuts, the rice, the maize, and these value chains, which are worth a lot of money. They're using the waste from these value chains to make energy, which returns resources to the community. And this has not been done successfully in East Africa yet. So this is a really exciting project. And so what my plan and what I'll be working on is to try and help them finalize the business so that it's investable in a way that they can grow to meet all 16 of the target areas.
I'm telling you that take this stove, okay, take this shigiri, go home, after you've made your muchama, and you've eaten and you've enjoyed yourself, I'll buy back the ash from you. That is crazy, but it's what makes you now say, okay, maybe I should switch, because if I calculate the amount of money, let's assume you're buying 1 ton a year, and that 1 ton you're spending about 500,000 shillings, and let's say you're getting about a quarter of a ton at the end of the year, 250 grams, 250 kilos, that's 5 bags of charcoal. How much is 5 bags of charcoal? You're like, okay. So if you're spending 500,000 and you're earning 100,000 from your waste at the end of the year, in a rural environment, that's covering 2 terms of school for 1 kid. So it gives that incentive to switch, because you're saying, look, it's still wood, but this is cleaner. It doesn't beat the environment. It's cheaper, but more importantly, it is an income stream for you as a family.
I have been very impressed by what I've seen. It's been very inspiring, and I will be very keen on exploring whether and how we could maybe support Mandulis' ambitions in the future. I will share my takes with colleagues in Kampala, and we will explore what can be done.
The EU has been a strong partner of Uganda in many different fields, from infrastructure to development to others. And I feel it's crucial for them to see how what we're doing fits in within their plans and Uganda's plans.
The farmers are ready. The farmers are ready for someone to come in and make this happen. So we go back to what we need is rural electrification. What we need is we need markets for food crops. The markets for food crops are there, and the opportunities for rural electrification are there, and the farmers are willing to participate. So what surprised me, it didn't surprise me, but is how knowledgeable they are. Mandulis, I think, has raised the awareness, but they're ready to participate, and they understand that they have a role to play in this great activity.
And I'm impressed as well at the potential of this region in terms of agriculture and agro-processing. Just have a look at what's around the landscape. You can see how fertile this land is and how much potential there is for such initiatives as those promoted by Mandulis. So I am confident that there is a big potential for agro-processing industries in the future, and of course the gasification of bio-waste is one of them.
This is a beautiful area. This is a wealthy area. When I heard about Gulu, I had no idea. I kind of thought northern Uganda was very dry, and I didn't really know what to expect. And so when I got here, what I've seen is a very rich area, a lot of crops, a lot of farmers, a lot of young people looking for things to do. And so I think that the agricultural value is here. So what surprised me is the amount of agricultural activity and the potential here.
It was fantastic. I was very much impressed by how welcoming and friendly the local communities are, especially here in Paminolango. We were treated with a fantastic singing and dancing show, which I will keep in my mind for a long time. I think it was fantastic, and I'm very grateful to all those people, all those communities here for their fantastic welcome.
I have not had sorghum ugali like that for a really long time. I mean, in Nairobi we get maize ugali, but sorghum ugali, and then the local food here is just fantastic. I'll also talk about the music. That was like the best village orchestra that I've seen in a long time. So the food and the music, that was like a cherry on top of the experience, and so I'm really looking forward to working on this project.
We wanted our guests to experience the warm welcome of the culture in rural Uganda, especially in this part of rural Uganda. So we had everything from Malakwang to Bo to Lakorokoro, to Odi to Olel, all the food that's grown just down the road from here. And they've eaten it right here. Everything, even those who had the chickens are grown here, and they've been fed on the maize bran and the rice bran, and everything's from around the corner. Fresh food, natural food, cooked with a lot of care and a lot of love for everyone, and a lot of welcoming warmth.